The adjustment for you, and obviously in an offense where blocking is prioritized for tight ends, do you think it's an easier adjustment for you than maybe Hunter and Mike, just because you've done a lot of inline blocking with them?
I think you hit it on the head a little bit there. This is something that I've done a lot of. This scheme, in terms of what we're asked to do at our position, is kind of similar to what I did a lot of in college. So I do have some experience with it. I think those guys do too. Just over the years, they've played a lot of football too. But I mean, these last 4 to 5 weeks, I think we've all tried to become accustomed to exactly what they want. So I think that's still a work in progress for all of us. But I think we've definitely come a long way since July 26th.
And you're not Mike's spokesman, but you are his good buddy. How do you think he's taken to the last few weeks? Obviously a big adjustment for him in terms of learning a new system with new responsibilities. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I think we've all come a long way, but Mike's definitely come a long way in terms of something that is schematically a little different for him. But I think, when we can bounce things off of each other, me and him and Hunter and Smythe and really everyone, we all come along kind of at the same pace, but I mean, kind of like I spoke for everyone in our room earlier, I think he's come a really long way since July 26th, and hopefully we can stay on kind of a linear path in terms of improvement.
What's impressed you about Hunter's growth? He seemed to get open, a bunch of times. What's his skill now, you think, Durham, that's emerging as an NFL player?
I tell people this all the time. The transition from college to the NFL, no matter how naturally talented you are at our position, at tight end, is one that I think takes a little bit more time than a lot of other positions, because you have to be proficient in a lot of things. If you're a talented receiver like he was in college, and Mike and me in different areas, it takes time to transition in terms of things you haven't done a lot of. So I think really for him, it's just been being around football in the NFL for a year. Obviously, he's naturally gifted what he did in college in terms of receptions and yards and things of that nature. But, it's just being around the NFL game, the speed, the schemes, what to expect from defensive ends, things like that. It comes with time, and I think he's starting to show that.
Durham, how was Javon Holland so successful, especially this week on the back end there?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that you guys don't know, but he's just so instinctual. He's obviously a great athlete. But the instincts really just put him apart. He makes plays, that he really shouldn't be making in terms of what his job is in the defense on certain plays. But when you have a guy like that kind of expects or really knows what's coming and can read things so quickly, he's a guy that can make a play on the opposite side of the field when he's not supposed to be there. So I think that's tough, as an offense, really, because when you don't expect a guy, when you read it one high and he's playing, the deep third on the opposite side and he makes a play in the middle of the field, it's like, what am I supposed to do there? So I think it's just those instincts, and obviously he was talented last year and proficient last year, but wow, I mean, he's come a long way, and this camp has really shown that.
We had Coach talking about kind of deconstructing the tight end position as far as what you guys have been taught your entire career. I just want to kind of get your take on how that's gone so far.
Yeah, it's been good. He's right. Schematically, really these last 4 years here in Miami, we've done very different things in terms of what we're asked to do from a technique standpoint at the tight end position in terms of this year. And that's kind of really what we had to do when we got here. Really at the beginning of OTAs, we had to kind of wipe the board clean, really buy into the techniques that they're teaching now and preaching. And I think we've all come a long way. It's starting to feel very natural now, and I think that's a testament to going at it every day for however long we've been at it now. But when things start to feel natural, that's when you can start to read the defense better, and not your technique is almost second nature. You don't have to think, I'm doing this step here, I'm doing that step there. It's like I know what I'm doing now. I can read what they're doing.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.